Welcome back to the O Hockey Show. Now, I have had not a rough morning, but I've not had the best of mornings. My cat has been driving me nuts. And also, before I start these videos, I try to think of a little sketch, right? I try to think of a little thing to do for fun. And if I think of something good, I'll put it in. If I don't, I won't do it, right? Well, this morning I thought of a funny joke that because of Detroit, I would drive a little Hot Wheel across the screen. Like, it's Detroit, get it? And that's what I was going to do, right? It's stupid. It was only going to take 10 seconds, so I was like, whatever, I'll do it. So, but I don't know where all of my Hot Wheels are. I've had like 1,000 of them in my life, and I have no idea where not one of them is. So whatever, right? And then I was like, okay, let me get ready to put on my Red Wings shirt, and I can't find it. So I put on this other red and white shirt. I've worn the Red Wings shirt in videos. I just don't know where it is. So I have it's not in my closet. I don't know where it could go. I have no idea. So whatever. So this is a piece of a car. So Tony Schumacher. So whatever. Anyways, welcome back to the show. We are talking about the Detroit Red Wings and who their best player is. So let's start off the bat with just a little bit of pre-context here. Is that the Red Wings I wanted to do a little differently. I wanted to just kind of put a bunch of names from their team on the list, on the board, and kind of just talk about each of them. Because the Red Wings are the type of team that has a lot of young guys. Well, not young per se, but they have guys that have skill, but they haven't been able to show it off yet because the team hasn't been very good. But now that they're finally turning things around, that I can totally see guys finally flipping the switch and letting it go. And I wanted to put more on the board, but I kind of just narrowed it down to these guys, so I have some stats on the board, and I'll mention them at the end. So let's kick in with the guy that led the team in points, and Dylan Larkin. 69 points, 31 goals, 38 assists. Now, we all know Dylan Larkin's great, right? He's kind of the first guy that was brought in the rebuild through the draft. He was kind of the start. He was a part of the start of the team restarting, I feel like. That's how I've always thought about him, is that he was the young guy on the Red Wings. He was on there when Zetterberg was around still. So he's been around since the team completely collapsed, and he's been there since their rise coming back up. So Larkin, 31 goals, 38 assists, 69 points. I mean, of course, we know his thing is his speed. He has amazing speed. He's one of the top guys in the league when it comes to speed. I mean, he's fast. So Larkin, I wish he could go to an all-star game and show off that speed and see if he could beat Connor McDavid in a race. So I would love to see if that could finally happen one day, but since we have no idea anyways, whatever. And 31 goals, 38 assists. He leads the team in goals and assists. I think that's incorrect. It's literally on the board. I'm an idiot. So Larkin's great, right? But I just don't see him stealing the show great. You know what I mean? I feel like Larkin's the secondary guy. He's kind of like Evgeny Malkin in a way. I don't see him being the star. I think there's another guy that would be the star, because I feel like, Larkin's great. Don't get me wrong. I love Larkin. I always have. But I feel like he's not the flashy. He's not the diamond. He's kind of like the ring. You know what I mean? He's the ring, and somebody else is the diamond on it. And that's kind of how I feel about Larkin. He's not very flashy. He's just kind of gets the job done. Fast, speed, get the job done. He's not going to be like a Zegras or something where he's doing some crazy moves. But maybe I'm wrong and I'm completely stupid. So you tell me down below. I probably am. So anyways, next we got Bertuzzi, the guy with the second place amount of points on this team with 62. 30 goals, 32 assists. I've always liked Tyler Bertuzzi. But the thing about him is that, actually, I don't even know what I'm going to say here. He has a lot of emotion. He's aggressive. He's got skill. He's got fight. And I would love to see what he could do on a team that can fight back. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see what the Red Wings do this year with actual potential to do good stuff with a lot of guys that they've brought in. That I would love to see Bertuzzi on a team fighting to win games. I would love to see what he could do on a team like the Tampa Bay Lightning or something, or a playoff team, really. If he was on a playoff team, I would love to see that. To see his fight and aggression and emotion in a playoff series would be amazing. So I think maybe this is the year that starts. I'm kind of hoping. I'm crossing my fingers. I do think that the Red Wings have potential to finally go on a run this year, and I would love to see Bertuzzi finally show that off. But Is he the guy? I don't know. Let's take a look at the guy that was on his line, Lucas Raymond. Now, Raymond, however you say his name, I hear it different ways, is great. However, what I don't understand is how was he not in Calder contention this last year? He had 57 points as a rookie. Zegras, I think, had less. Actually, I think he did. No, he had 61 or something. Yeah, he had 62 points, so he was a little bit above him. But Raymond had, I think he had I don't even know. I kind of forget, but I don't know how he wasn't in contention for it. I guess he was kind of outright. He was probably the fourth guy out of the top three. But anyways, 23 goals, 34 assists, 57 points. He already has he got 57 points on the Red Wings, which are a bad team. And that's amazing. I'm just saying that. He did that on a bad team. Bunting had all the help in the world from Matthews and Mitch Marner. Okay? And Lucas Raymond had Bertuzzi and Larkin, who are great. But Bertuzzi and Larkin. You see what I'm saying here? So, I can't wait to see what he can do on a team that's finally going to be able to step up their game and contend and play along with other teams. So Raymond, I predict he probably goes way up in points, and I could say I'm gonna save what I think for the end. But Raymond, amazing. I can't wait to see what he can do. I feel like he totally doesn't get enough credit. He was talked about at the beginning of the year because he got like a hat trick or something, or he got like 4 goals, or he did something great, right? And I feel like it all tailed off because people like Bunting started showing up in Zegras out of lacrosse goals. So I feel like all this talk went away from him, even though he still did really good. So anyways, moving on to a guy that they brought in with tied in the same amount of points, David Perron from the Blues. I love David Perron. I always have. He has I don't know what it is. He seems like a very nice person, and he's always seemed like a really good hockey player. But I don't know. Perron, to me, I feel like he 57 points is kind of who he is, you know? Like, I could see him getting in the 60s, but he's very consistent, you know what I mean? I think he's a very consistent player. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I just like David Perron. I think he's great. 27 goals, 30 assists. He's going to bring in that veteranship that this team kind of needs. I mean, I guess Larkin and Bertuzzi are veterans at this point. But he kind of brings in that playoff success and just overall, I don't know what leadership, I guess, to this team. I think Perron's going to fit in great with the new additions like Andrew Kopp, who's amazing as well. I think Kopp is going to be an amazing addition to this team, being young and being skilled and being speedy. I think Kopp's going to be great, along with Dominic Kubalik, who I can't wait to see what he can do on this team. Being able to going from the abysmal Chicago Blackhawks, I think a team that has high hopes and potential, unlike the Blackhawks, I think Kubalik will do great. I want to see Philip Zadina succeed. I've always liked Zadina. I've liked the idea of him, and I just want to see him finally take that brass ring. And also P.U. Suter and Verona, they just have a lot of young guys that I can't wait to see. But the guy that I already know that I can't wait to see, and I know what he can do, Moritz Seider. Moritz Seider is absolutely incredible. He totally deserved to win the Calder last year. The German guy, I've said, before it was cool to say that he was great. I knew he was great. I was calling it before last season even started because I drafted him on my fantasy league. I knew this kid was going to be great. I didn't need to see him win the Calder to know it. I knew it beforehand. Seider is going to be the next big defenseman. I think maybe Makar will be the offensive side and Seider will be the defensive side. Makar can score 30 goals. Moritz Seider can score 70 assists, whatever, right? This guy, defensively, I just don't think... He is the next Hedman. You can say Makar is the next Carlson, and Seider is the next Hedman, if you want, or Yossi, if you want to think about it like... Actually, Yossi's kind of really good all... Anyways, Seider's just incredible. This guy, the German guy, just an absolute stud, completely deserves the Calder. I don't know how much more to praise him. I absolutely have always loved Seider. I knew it before it started. I love him. I know he's great. I know he can do well. But we got to get to the whole reason we're here, and that is to award the Green Star of Greatness. with the green marker of generosity. So, who am I going to give the best player to? Now, I feel like if you want to talk about forwards, you can wipe out Tyler Bertuzzi. A young guy like Raymond's still going to grow, and he's right behind him in points. Dylan Larkin has more than him already, so I feel like you can wipe out Tyler Bertuzzi, right? Now, David Perron, I love him, but I just feel like him, along with guys like Kopp, Kubalik, Pius Suter, these guys just are great. They're great additions to the team, but I just don't think Perron is going to I don't think he's going to be the number one guy on this team. So I'm wiping him off, right? So we've got Larkin, Raymond, and Seider. Out of those guys, who could it be? Is it Seider's defensive amazingness, Lucas Raymond being such a huge star coming up, or Dylan Larkin? Well, I think the only guy that's worthy of the title is Moritz Seider. I mean, is there a better guy? This guy, if he was on the Avalanche, I would say he's their best player. Kind of like how I think Cale Makar is their best player. This guy, Moritz Seider, is incredible, and he got 50 points as a defenseman. As a defenseman, he got 50 points. And that was on the Detroit Red Wings of all teams as well, which is even more incredible. So I see him as a total stud. This guy's going to completely dominate the league. As a defenseman, he is the next top guy. 50 points on the wings. Now, I wanted to give it to Raymond, right? If I was to do forwards, it would go to Raymond or Raymond, whatever. Because he already did this in 1 year. He's going to keep going up and up and up, especially with guys coming in that are going to help him. Evanson, if he makes it, I guess I don't really know. But Raymond, however you say it, would be who I give it to. Larkin is great, but I just don't see him being the superstar. I see guys like Lucas Raymond, however you say his name, and Moritz Seider are the absolute geniuses of this team. So you know what? Just to be nice, I'm also going to give Raymond a star as well, just for the hell of it. So, thank you for watching this video. Tell me all about how wrong I am down below, and tell me how it's actually Dylan Larkin who's the best. If you like this video, pick up your free subscription by hitting that red subscribe button down below. Leave a like, not a dislike, but go down to the comments and tell me all about how wrong I am and how stupid I was for thinking Seider's the best. Actually, you're not going to, because he's obviously the best pick. So, thank you for watching. Until next time, I've been your dapperly dressed host, Too Sweet. I hope you're having an amazing day, and ta-ta for now.